A very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Laughton, unusually on this Wednesday, the 19th of November. It's an unusual backdrop as well because I've been staying in Tenerife for the last few weeks, avoiding the winter weather that we get in England. I see the snow in England today. It's still about 26 degrees over here, and it doesn't get dark until about 6:45 at night, so that'll do for me right now. I have another 2 weeks still to go, and then I'm just home for a week before going off again for another few weeks. Um, Being out here has allowed me to do plenty of work without the distraction of things at home, and it's been a successful time since I've been over here punting. So much so that I've had quite a lot of bookmaker accounts closed whilst I've been here. Not in my own name, of course, but accounts that I've been using. And if you've got any accounts, preferably losing ones that are not that important to you, I'm more than happy to take them on and fund them and pay you a percentage of the winnings that we take out literally every week. Several people have benefited to the tune of a few grand this summer, and summer and autumn, I should say. And if that's something you fancy doing, drop me an email at the email address below, or send me a text message to the phone number that I've left below, and I will get back to you. You will make money out of this by doing very little. Now, I've had a few bets today, and I'll be going down to the local betting shop in Porticologne, which is really a betting shop masquerading as a bar, because betting is illegal over here on horse racing. I put up two very strong bets on the private service today, and if you're interested in joining for both jumps and all weather information, then again drop me a line. Now, we've lost Exham today because of the snow, but there are a few races to cover at the other meetings, even though most of the value is probably gone by now. So let's get started in the 2 o'clock at Warwick. Dig Deep of Ben Paulins is very highly regarded by the trainer. You may remember from last year's jumps racing videos that I did that I'm a huge fan of the Irish point-to-point scene, and so many of our top jumpers originate from there. Dig Deep's no exception, and on his only Irish point-to-point run he was a good second behind a horse called Green Hint, who is now trained by Willie Mullins and has run to a decent level in a Punchestown bumper. Following that race, Dig Deep was purchased for 120,000, which would be a fair amount from these sort of races. He made his debut under rules at the end of October on his first start for Ben Paulin, when he was second to a horse called Starzand, who Philip Hobbs thinks could potentially be one of the best that he has trained. The fifth horse from that race, Gatineau Park, won a decent maiden yesterday, turning over a hot pot of Dan Skelton's. And if Dig Deep is the horse they think he is, then he will take this in his stride. The bulk of the other information comes at Foss Lass. Ollie Murphy thinks that their run's Mary could be high class in the 105. Again, she was bought for a substantial amount of money, 105,000, and she won on debut in a bumper with ridiculous ease. Now, she was second subsequently, but my information from the Ollie Murphy yard is that she's a black type filly. In the 210, G-Force Flyer, another one from the powerful Ollie Murphy stable, makes his second start under rules. He was third in the race that Dig Deep was second in and caught the eye staying on late. This race is definitely weaker, and it's another one that comes highly recommended from this yard and should be winning. In the 318, Jai Palatomps, if that's how you pronounce it, of course, of David Pipes looks to follow up his facile success from 10 days ago. His young rider who rode him that day retains the ride and claims £10. He's come over from France and loves testing ground, and despite a big drift in the betting this morning, I see no reason why he won't follow up. In the 348, Follow and Go looks to break a long losing sequence of 14 runs, and to be fair, he would only be moderate, but he has taken on far better horses than he meets today, and this would represent a substantial drop in class. This has to be his day, and he should be winning this without problems. At Kempton this evening in the 440, I did like Raging Raj's run last time out at Leicester, And if he can reproduce that on the all-weather, he'll go close tonight. In the 640, Euphonia of Ed Walker's makes her second start. She's no stable star, that's for sure, but I'm told she works like a 75 or an 80 filly, and that would be good enough to win this race. So there are a few races to have a look at, but please do remember I am interested in any betting accounts that you may have and are not necessarily being used, and preferably losing ones. I can assure you, you will win money out of this, and you'll get to see what I'm betting as well. So please drop me a line or send me a text on the number below. I will look to put a video up on Saturday or whenever else there's something interesting to tell you. But thanks for dropping by, and I will speak to you very soon. Many thanks. And keep warm, by the way.